I'd like to share some of the highlights from a study we've just completed for PRIMIR on the wide format inkjet market in North America. The wide format inkjet market should really be segmented into the CAD and technical side and the display graphics side. And while we provided some info on the CAD side just to fill out the whole market opportunity, this study really focused on the display graphics side. To support the study, we conducted surveys and interviews with over 60 wide format print buyers and close to 160 wide format print service providers across the different market segments. The research is really designed to help us further understand what they're doing in terms of volumes and applications, what some of their challenges are, and what they expect to do in their business in the coming years. The wide format inkjet display graphics printing market has a retail value over $19.3 billion in 2013, and that's expected to grow at almost a 5% compound annual growth rate through 2018. Display graphics print volume is expected to grow a bit faster than that at about 6.5% over that same forecast period. We have wide format inkjet printer shipments in the display graphics segment growing overall at a negative growth rate over the forecast period, negative 4% from 2013 to 2018. So as I said, we have retail value of print growing and volume growing, but shipments are actually in decline. And the reason for that is that we have faster printers on a per unit basis that are able to replace multiple older wide format graphics printers. So what's happening is that faster printers using UV curable inkjet, latex inkjet, and eco-solvent inkjet are replacing a large installed base of conventional aqueous inkjet printers. The question is, why? Well, part of that is that these new technologies provide more cost-effective indoor and outdoor printing. And we found that among these buyers and providers, around 40% of their display graphics printing is intended for the outdoor market. So companies investing in new technology now are trying to satisfy both segments. Another part of why this technology replacement is happening is that with UV and latex, the prints are instantly dry, which makes it possible to turn those wide format display graphics print jobs around faster. And we found in this research that about 50% of the wide format display graphics prints ordered need to be fulfilled within 3 business days. So print speed is very important, but so is the ability to pack and ship those orders as soon as they come off the printer. The other part is that some of this new technology allows for the exploration of new markets and produce new applications. And that's a key finding because the growth and profitability of wide format display graphics has drawn increased competition, which in turn has kind of commoditized parts of the display graphics market. In fact, maintaining profit margins was identified by these companies as the single biggest challenge they have in today's market. Now, one part of the study is an assessment of the wide format inkjet display graphics technologies and what each brings to the table and how we see those playing out into the future. And many PRIMIR members are equipment and supplies manufacturers, and in this study we were able to determine some very key facts about the manufacturer opportunity. We see the manufacturer opportunity, which is almost $3 billion in 2014 and growing at a total of about 4.5% compound annual growth rate over the forecast period. That includes hardware, ink, print media, and substrates. So, wide format inkjet printed display graphics is a growth market, even in the face of some of that commoditization and even in the face of a digital signage business that we have growing at a double-digit rate. A big part of that projection is that the buyers indicated that they expect to spend more on printed display graphics. And wide format PSPs reported that their business grew nicely over the last year, about an 8% average, and they expect their business to grow by another 8% in the next year. So there was a big vote of confidence in display graphics by the buyers, who reported that they think printed display graphics are a very cost-effective way to communicate their advertising and promotional messages. There are a lot of great detailed findings in this study on the wide format display graphics buyer side around the trends and what they're buying. We see a trend in versioning and micro-marketing, which is driving a lot of short-run production of display graphics. We see more utilization of interactive media elements like QR codes that are designed to add a layer of measurability to the effective content and placement of display graphics. We see buyers, especially high-volume buyers, driving some of the change in the market because these buyers are much more likely to ask for display graphics that are versioned. They're more likely to ask to use color-certified suppliers, and they're more likely to use suppliers that offer e-commerce as an option. In short, they increasingly count on their printers to facilitate their communication supply chain. There are also a lot of great detailed findings in this study on the PSP side. We asked the print service providers everything about the equipment they have installed, their equipment buying intentions. We asked about their production volume, what applications they produce and which they see growing, what substrates they use, whether they have color certification, why and how much they laminate, whether they sell online and how much of their business is online. The last thing I wanted to mention is that we also developed a set of recommendations for PRIMIR members based on our findings in this study, which includes recommendations for manufacturers and print service providers, whether they're already in wide format or just now considering entry to this dynamic segment.